majesty and history of Wimbledon is upon us. Former champion Pat Cash runs the rule over this year's runners and riders.
I think the most special thing about this event is that it's actually at a club. It's at a private club. I know it's hard to believe that this is a private club, but it is. And you know, there's members. There's not that many members, a few hundred, and you know, the facility is, you know, just become the biggest tennis tournament in the world. The British are so fascinated by Wimbledon, and you know, I live here, and it's really the only tournament they, unless you're really into tennis, it's the only tournament they ever think about, and they just go crazy about it. It's like the Olympics or the World Cup, you know, for 2 weeks every year here in London. Oh my God, there he is!
That's just like I wrote it.
That's
What have you been up to? Outside of playing a little tennis still?
Playing with the old guys, stuff, yeah, hanging in there. Well, we played in Atlanta.
That's right.
I tell you what, we almost knocked off the #1 players in the world. It was grabbing Renenberg. They just served to him, and I was just at the net going, this is fun. Thank you, thank you. It was unbelievable. It was great fun. Go on, you too, mate. In many ways, this tournament is probably the easiest to win because physically, the grass courts are softer on your body, the points are shorter. You know, the heat in Australia, you're not going to get the heat in Australia, you're not going to get the hard courts in the US Open and the heat there, and of course the French Open, the clay, the points go on and on and on. So in many ways, I don't see it as the toughest tournament to win. It's sort of just the most prestigious. You know, the thing I love about Nadal is he keeps coming back improved. And you know, obviously last year he was injured, so it's hard to improve when you're injured, but he's come back more aggressive, particularly on the clay. He knew that some of the guys, you know, he tends to, because of the amount of topspin he hits, if he drops the ball a little short, the guys have time to hit that away. Now he's playing more aggressively, and that's dangerous, really dangerous.
It's fantastic, you know, being back at Wimbledon is always a very nice feeling. The ground's nice and calm, they're putting up the last sort of finishing touches, the flowers are in place, the walls are painted, you know, at the last moment. It's just a great feeling, and obviously with all the memories I've had over the last years and everything, it's just the best coming here.
The great thing about Federer, and the most amazing thing, is his record that he's had semi-finals and better. I mean, the French Open was the first time in, what, 24 times he hasn't been to a semi-final. I mean, that is probably his most impressive record. I think he needs to employ a more attacking game if he's going to win more often against these players these days. They know that they can stay in the point with him. They're going to have to, he's going to have to sort of beat him up a little bit, be a bit more aggressive. He does it against Murray. He's more aggressive against Murray, and he comes off, you know, well every time.
I think for all of the players, it's viewed as, you know, the biggest, if not one of the biggest tournaments in the world, and obviously one where I want to perform well in front of a home crowd. I've played some of my best matches here and played with some of the best atmospheres that I've played in. Have been on centre court, so I'm hoping there's going to be a few more this year.
I think Andy's a real threat. He needs a bit of luck. I think he's a top player, Andy. He's got all the shots. I think he just needs to be a bit more aggressive. Boy, can he move. I mean, unbelievable the shots he can pick up. He's a great athlete, strong, fit, and he's going to be a real chance.
Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, it's the jewel in the crown. We're back on the green grass of SW19 as tennis fever sweeps into London. And we get up close and personal with one of the tournament's potential dark horses. American John Isner targets a Grand Slam upset. Until then, don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news. See you next week.